Duke, now we're moving on to what's called a touring board, and I know I've had a lot of fun getting out on these and paddling around the entire Monterey Peninsula, putting food on the front of the board. These are a ton of fun. It's like taking a long hike, but doing it in the water. Tell us about touring boards.
Yeah, that's right, Fred. Touring boards have really become popular. They're a lot of fun. Some features of a touring board: you get more stability, so they're going to be a little bit wider, a little bit thicker, a little more overall volume. Touring board is going to have a little bit more of a displacement nose or bow, so more similar to that of a race board. So really what a touring board is you've sort of combined a race board and an all-around entry-level board and melded the two together to come up with the touring board. So they traditionally look more like a race board, have more of an outline like a race board. They're just a little wider through the tail for stability, a little wider up in the front for stability. Got that displacement nose. They tend to be a little flatter under where your feet are, so they're nice and stable. The rails have a little bit harder edge. Up front they'll soften up a little bit. Generally they tend to be a single fin, so they track really well, but they don't have that drag of the extra fins. This is the Surftech 12.6 Flowmaster. We also do an 11.6 in this. So our touring board, we've put traction all the way up to the nose, which is a great feature because a lot of people when they're touring, they don't want to do it alone. They want to put their kid up on the nose. They want to put their dog up on the nose. So they've got nice traction up here for them to grip. We've also got tie-down points on these boards. Most touring boards do, and so this allows you to put webbing on here, and you can put your gear up there. So if you want to go for a day trip or a 3-day trip, you've got the possibilities of getting some gear on there as well. And then for ease of carrying, we've added a Lift-SUP handle, and these things are great. These are it's a handle that actually recesses into the board, but when you want to lift it up, you just pull it out, and then when you're standing on it, you just slide it right back in, and you're good to go. So this looks like a race board, but it paddles much more like a Cadillac versus a Ferrari. Touring boards are ideal for an entry-level paddler who's just getting started because of that stability that we talked about. It's ideal for somebody who wants to go out on an adventure, go out in the kelp beds, tour around Lake Tahoe, go down the river. They're also great for fishing. It's got the tie-down point so you can secure your gear, and if you want to fly fish, you want to go out and catch sea bass, great board for that because, once again, that stability's there, and there's the surface area. You got the traction pads, so you can hold all of your gear there. And then for those who aren't sure yet, but they want to maybe try out a race, maybe a 2-mile race or something, it's a great race board, great starter race board for those. And then, for those who are experts and want to show off a little bit, hey, you can take it out in some small waves like we have today, and this thing would surf pretty well out. So, great all-around board. Once again, I think for me, this is a board that I would have in the garage, hands down. You got to have it.